Thank you all for coming. Welcome to Nakusa Trail, the brand new headquarters for the City of Madison Fleet Division. My name is Mahant Joshi, and I'm the Fleet Superintendent. I get to spend most of my waking hours in this building behind us, and I don't even have to pay any rent to hang out here. My division is responsible for purchasing and maintaining about 1,400 vehicles on behalf of the city, and for many more years, this building will be the base for this critical operation. On a 50 to 75-year timeline, this building could be operational until the year 2095. And one of the little kids that are here will probably be sitting in my chair and doing my job through a virtual reality headset or brain microchips with salsa or something like that, which is why we are dedicating a plaque to commemorate the event for posterity today in the real physical world while we can. So over 1,000 people were involved for 9 years, from planning to implementation of this $33 million construction project, led by city engineering and a large community of vendors. I'd especially like to point out architect Jim Whitney, who's here, and construction project manager Dave Schaller. He's retired, couldn't make it, right? But I'd like to thank both of them. These are two names I hope you'll keep hearing today, because we cannot emphasize their amazing work. Come on over. Cannot emphasize the amazing work they've done through a number of years guiding through this complex process. I know little to nothing about construction, but I know this is a sweet garage. I am not ashamed to say that Jim is one of my heroes for leading the creation of this magnificent structure over many years. Now, instead of rehashing what Fleet has achieved in the last few years, I am today simply laying out for you our madly ambitious goal of operating 100% of our transport on 100% Wisconsin biodiesel and 100% renewable electricity by the end of this decade. An extremely aggressive and challenging plan that no large North American city is anywhere close to achieving, but many are working hard on right now as we speak. Madison will do this while also running the greenest facilities. And appropriately, this garage is already world-class in green technology, which you'll hear more about from engineering shortly and get to see for yourself afterward. On both fleet and facility fronts, Madison is ahead of the curve already and punching way above our weight. I welcome the competition from anywhere, but I'm also obligated to tell you, good luck. You're gonna need it. Next, I'd like to recognize the fleet team, who I would stack up against any public or private sector fleet in the country. We have a fine group of skilled and dedicated technicians, many of whom are here today, supervision, and administrators that are not only physically coming into work throughout the pandemic, a raging pandemic that we just went through, not only kept the vehicles and equipment running smoothly for our frontline customer agencies, many of whom are also here today, but also managed the division's complicated construction needs, and then managed the complex move into Nakusa Trail, which involved transferring personnel and parts and shop equipment from 4 other buildings around the city into this one, all without a break in service for our customers for a single day. Fueling and repairs and new vehicle intake and auto auction never stopped. One of the reasons our team is so unique and special is that we can switch gears to new projects we have never done before without impacting our core service. So for the last several months, I told my folks, okay, good job with this very difficult and unprecedented move, but now it's time to plan not only a little ribbon cutting for this division, but a big celebration of all Madison city government today to coincide with the pandemic retreating from Dane County. We have beside us today the mayor's office, firefighters with fire trucks, including the first ever operational electric fire truck in all of North America, police officers from the K-9 and mounted patrol units. We have engineering staff who worked on this building. We have alders, including President Alder Abbas. We have Metro presenting their first ever electric bus. We have the clerk's office doing a mock election inside. And we have the Madison Vision Zero Steering Team, the Madison Multicultural Affairs and Women's Initiative Committees, and representatives from most of our sister agencies as well. I'd like a round of applause for my colleagues around city government who I'm proud to stand with, next to, in good times and bad, now and into the future. So who's ready for a big party? I said, who's ready for a big party? I know, after the year that we've all been through, I sure am. We are going to have educational tours, local food carts, test drives of electric vehicles, including Teslas and the Ford Mustang Mach-E. We're going to have e-bikes, displays of the Proterra electric bus, the Pierce electric fire truck I mentioned, an antique 1959 Madison fire truck, a hackathon with competing teams of smart Madison people dedicated to increasing EV penetration in our society, and local musicians as well. Please tip the musicians if you can, by the way. Finally, Fleet has many outstanding external partners who are attending tonight, and I can't mention them all, but would like to shout out a few. Madison Gas and Electric is here. Alliant Energy is here. They've helped us with our parabolic rise in fleet electrification. Renewable Energy Group is here, which has been our steady, sustainable biodiesel producer out of DeForest. Kathy Kuntz is here from Dane County. The amazing women-led team at Wisconsin Clean Cities is here. Wisconsin-based Pierce fire trucks and Reliant fire apparatus. Wisconsin-based C.D. Smith, who is the lead contractor for this garage. And our good friends from academia, including the Madison Metropolitan School District and Madison College are here. And a number of state agencies, including the Department of Administration, UW-Madison, Office of Energy Innovation, and the Sustainability Office. Finally, thank you to my outstanding deputies, Tyson Ressler and Randy Cook, who oversaw this construction project for Fleet. And a shout out to Rachel Darkin, who is the overall coordinator of today's event for Fleet and has squeezed this in amongst all her other important duties. I think Randy has his teenage daughter volunteering for us today. So thanks, Lexi Cook. We appreciate it. Fleet is like a big family, mildly dysfunctional at times, but always still a family. Okay, enough for me. I can talk for hours, but that's not what any of us want. It's time to hand it over to Hannah Mohelnitsky, who is the Public Information Officer for City Engineering, a former television reporter, including at NBC 15, and also an integral part of today's event. Thank you, and take us away, Hannah.
Thank you, Mahanth. Can everybody hear me in the back? Give me a good wave. All right. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Again, my name is Hannah Mohelnitsky, and I lead Division Communications for the Engineering Division for the City of Madison. And today I'm speaking on behalf of my team and division today. As we all know, it is a very proud day for us here at the city and our team in engineering. This day has been long time coming, rescheduled, pushed off, rescheduled. So we are so happy to be here to do a proper ribbon cutting and opening with the community. It is so important to us for a service like Fleet, which supports all city services, which in turn supports our community, you. The engineering division is often the glue that connects all parties together to complete a project that meets the needs of agencies and meets the city standards. We are very proud to have worked with so many from the business community to complete the design and construction of this $33 million project. Those partners include general contractors C.D. Smith Construction and the architects Stantec and Mead and Hunt, Strand Associates, and HGA. We are also very proud of the coordination and work done by our engineering division architect, Jim Whitney. Over here, give a wave, Jim. Awesome work by Jim Whitney and construction manager Dave Schaller with additional support from John Evans and Janine Zwart. So from the groundbreaking in May of 2019 to today, and planning for this building obviously happened far before that as well, it really is pretty amazing to see this project come to life and truly come alive through today's celebration. The last time Fleet built a new headquarters was in 1954. Yes, today's buildings are far more complex, but technological advancements have allowed our team to incorporate sustainable and energy-efficient design elements. Some of the building features we want to include and are very proud to highlight today are, first, the solar. So there is a significant use of on-site solar energy, powering this building through rooftop solar. There's also rooftop hot water solar and an entire solar wall for building heat. Also, there are solar electrical vehicle charging stations and electrical charging stations for city vehicles throughout. Second, the lighting. All lighting systems are high-efficiency LED fixtures, and there is kaleidoscopic sun catchers to amplify natural sunlight at the interior, reducing the need for electrical lighting. And then third, finally but not least, the heating and cooling. There is hot water piping in the floors for efficient radiant building heat, high-efficiency insulation in the outside walls to reduce heating, air condition needs, and costs. All of these green building features have allowed us to achieve LEED Gold certification. So these large, complex facility projects are always challenging for us to design, bid, and build. But we are proud to make the extra effort to include cutting-edge sustainability and energy efficiency features. Today, again, is a very proud day for the engineering division, for the City of Madison, and our state, now home to a new, greener, sustainable, cutting-edge fleet building serving our community. Thank you.
Thank you, Hannah. It's now my pleasure to introduce Dave Burno of C.D. Smith Construction. He's the project executive for this project. And C.D. Smith, as I mentioned, is a Wisconsin-based company, and they have a growing presence here in Madison. You'll hear more from them.
Good afternoon. My name is Dane Burno. I'm a project executive with C.D. Smith. And like all construction projects, this job had its fair share of challenges. For those of you who live in the area, if you remember fall of 2019, we had rain and a lot of it. In fact, I remember coming to the job site and you could literally paddle a canoe across the building at times. And then again in spring of 2020, we began navigating the challenges of COVID, and we did it together as a team. Despite the challenges, we finished the project and we're here today. And we could not have done it without the collaboration and extra effort that came from the city and also from the design team. So I want to thank you for that. We worked 37,000 hours in the field without a lost time injury on this project. And countless hours were put in on the front end in planning and design. And this project represents what can be done when we come together and we work as an integrated team. So I'd like to recognize the rest of the C.D. Smith team, our boots on the ground, our project manager, Nick Beal, and our superintendent, Andy Leonard. So thank you to the City of Madison for trusting in us, and congratulations on your new facility.
All right, we're also proud to have the Wisconsin Clean Cities Coalition here with us today. I actually sit on the auxiliary board for Wisconsin Clean Cities, which is made up of members from around the state with the same goal of increasing environmental sustainability for the state of Wisconsin. So I'd like to introduce Lori Cagle from Wisconsin Clean Cities. She's the Director of Communications.
Well, thank you again for having me, and thank you, Mahant. I am Lori Cagle, Communications Director for Wisconsin Clean Cities. Our Executive Director, Lori Lissick, sends her congratulations on this momentous occasion, along with her regrets for not being able to be here in person today. Wisconsin Clean Cities is a nonprofit, sustainable transportation organization serving the entire state of Wisconsin. We are one of more than 75 U.S. Department of Energy Clean Cities coalitions around the country. Clean Cities supports the nation's energy and economic security by building partnerships to advance affordable, domestic transportation fuels, energy-efficient mobility systems, and other fuel-saving technologies and practices. We do this by advancing alternative fuels, alternative fuel vehicles, and sustainable vehicle technologies such as electric vehicles and their charging infrastructure. Our efforts reduce the nation's dependence on imported oil, improve air quality, support local jobs, drive economic development, and promote improved quality of life. Basically, everything the building behind us holds in its walls. The City of Madison Fleet Service is a member of Wisconsin Clean Cities, and as Mahant mentioned, he is a member of our auxiliary board. We thank them and we thank you, Mahant, for your support. The City of Madison truly lives the Wisconsin Clean Cities mission through its actions and investments every single day. And everybody in the city and far beyond benefits as a result. In short, they understand the many reasons why these investments just make good sense. We applaud the City of Madison for its efforts and encourage others to follow their example. Thank you.
All right, we're almost done here. Just really quickly, I'd like to invite up David Coy, our fleet data analyst. We are awarding David Coy the Fleet Employee of the Year today. He just found out. David and Mayor Satya, if you could join us. Tyson, Randy, join us with, we're also dedicating a plaque today. So Randy and Tyson. So David is our fleet data analyst, and he has helped improve our operations. David does reporting on everything that Fleet does, and has helped us manage the changes that have been going on here at Fleet. So thank you, David. Appreciate it. Do a photo up here.
Somebody taking a picture? Rachel's right there. All right, congratulations.
All right, we're going to do one more quick photo with the plaque that we're going to be placing in the building. Something I'd like to mention is my predecessor was Bill Vandenbroek, and we're recognizing Bill Vandenbroek on this plaque. He was here for 38 years in service to the city and 26 years as my predecessor up until 2017. So in his memory, we are dedicating this plaque today. And finally, I would like to introduce our mayor, Satya Rhodes Conway, who has been amazing to work for. She's been very supportive of everything we're doing, including this entire process. Thank you very much, Madam Mayor.
Thank you, Mahant, and thank you, everybody, for joining us here today. I want to recognize a few other people. Secretaries Brennan and Secretary Thompson are here with us today from the state. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us. Alders Furman, Miadze, Foster, Abbas, Heck, and Harrington McKinney are all here with us. Thank you, Alders, for joining us. We almost have a quorum. Delighted that you're here. We also have a number of department and division heads here. I'm not going to name all of you, but thank you for coming to celebrate Fleet today and Team City. And of course, welcome to all of you, our colleagues, our friends, our guests on this auspicious occasion, the ribbon cutting and open house for the Nakusa Trail Fleet Building. A lot has happened since we broke ground on this giant vacant lot with shovels and hard hats back in 2019. We've been through a global pandemic, and despite that, this incredibly impressive building has risen on schedule. Fleet and radio shop staff and equipment from North 1st Street, Sales Street, Sycamore Ave, and East Washington Avenue have all moved in here in an incredibly well-orchestrated effort that consolidated many important and previously dispersed municipal operations into one place, making those operations more efficient. The construction and move was a true multi-agency Team City effort led by engineering and fleet, and I want to thank everyone who was involved in making today possible, both through the planning, the construction, and then working in this building. As you're going to see through today's open house, the building is spacious, the air is clean, the temperatures are comfortable throughout this giant structure, and that's really important because the folks that work here are essential employees and essential parts of Team City. And I want to really thank everybody who works for Fleet, because they are among the folks here in the city of Madison that showed up at their job site every day during a global pandemic. That takes guts, it takes courage, it takes dedication. And I'm incredibly grateful to them and the other folks in Team City that did that every single day, day in, day out, to make sure that we were continuing to deliver excellent services to the city of Madison. I am incredibly proud that this building has achieved LEED Gold certification and of the many sustainable features in this building. This is something that as a city we are committed to doing in all of our construction, and we invite everyone in the private sector to join us in making every building as sustainable as it possibly can be. But perhaps more exciting than the sustainability of the building is the sustainability work that's going on inside the building. Under Mahant's leadership, we're shifting our fleet away from fossil fuels and towards the vehicles of the future, many of which you'll be able to see here today. So thank you, Mahant, for your leadership on sustainability here in the city of Madison. I'm hoping that when we cut this ribbon, you will join me in taking advantage of the tours, the test drives, the food carts, the musicians, and more activities that will be going on into the evening today. After the year that we've had, I think we all deserve to have a little bit of fun, and I'll hope you find it here today. Thank you again for coming, and thank you for joining us in celebrating our fleet services.
All right, we're going to do the ribbon cutting. So if I can ask the following people to come up here. We have Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway, City of Madison. City of Madison Fleet Superintendent Mahant Joishi. City of Madison District 15 Alder Grant Foster. City of Madison Fleet Program Manager Tyson Ressler. City of Madison Fleet Operations Manager Randy Cook. City of Madison City Engineer Rob Phillips. City of Madison Engineering Architect Jim Whitney. C.D. Smith Construction Project Executive Dane Burno. Okay.